We are here.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Coastal's here.
I am. I might have
I
some stuff
missed
figured
you.
out. I don't know.
I missed you, buddy.
You know what? I missed you guys too, and I heard that there was somebody on here, and man, he thinks so highly of me. Man,
Yeah, he does.
I'm very upset I missed that.
All right. There we go.
Hi, John.
How are we doing, everybody?
Good. Excited to talk about some R&P wrestling.
Yeah, you seem pretty enthusiastic today after last week.
Well, we had some unexpected issues last week. Those are behind us, hopefully now. And I heard I missed some interesting conversations last week. And from what I heard, I have some stuff to talk about later, but I feel like I've been lied to my whole life. But I'll get to that.
Oh man! All right, let me catch up here on the chat because I didn't have it up at first. Okay, where did we start the stream at here? Okay, what's up, Lucas? You're right here. Hello. How
Hi.
you doing?
I'm
Brian Albuquerque, baby girl's in the house. Been a minute since we've seen her.
Mm-hmm.
Queen. You have Yaden. Yaden's just here for whatever Lucas is getting shit for. He's gonna be getting a lot of shit tonight. Believe me.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Fourth Row. How are we all doing? Hope you guys have had a fantastic weekend. And let's get right down into it here. Welcome to another edition of Dudes and Belts Recharge here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble, I believe, hopefully. Trying to get used to this new changeover from the 24/7 streams that have been going on the past few days. Switching everything over to Dudes and Belts and going right back over to 24/7 as soon as we're done, I believe. Seemed like it was a smooth transition, so I think we've got it pretty nailed down for the most part. Before we get into everything about what happened on episode 489, let's introduce the panel. On the bottom, he is the one that lives way up there on the east coast of Maine. He is none other than the Coastal Crusader. Welcome back.
Hey, great to be back, guys. We got a lot to talk about. There was investigations, big tag team match, a return of somebody who thinks so highly of me, but we'll talk about all that.
2 returns, actually.
That's true. 2 returns. That's correct.
2 returns. And on the top right,
the investigation.
Valid, I guess. On the top right, he is your resident encyclopedia of Rocky Mountain Pro, voice of Charge and Ignition, as well as, well, I guess he's a journalist nowadays, but it seems like that position is currently in competition. He is none other than the one and only Lucas Bradwell.
That's all right, because competition breeds excellence, and you are getting excellence because you, sir, are incorrect. There's actually been 3 returns this week because Ignition had probably the biggest return, and I broke that news. I broke that news last week. Well,
I was talking about that one.
Oh, okay. Well, then
that was the one that I meant.
Because
oh, I thought you meant the one at the near the end when the investigation is concluded.
Yes.
So technically, we had 3 returns.
3. That's true.
We technically saw Remy last week, was it last week? I think it was last week.
Yeah. Which I had a part in that interview as well. So I
not
think
just you, not just
I said a
here
part.
We go again. Jesus Christ!
Did you not listen to me?
Fucking
Do you
ego,
not listen?
my guy.
Do you not listen? I said a part, which means I was a part of it. I didn't say I was the whole reason. So
there's
you
many parts that make up a whole, John.
You have selective hearing, my friend.
I put it to good use at times, let me tell you.
You're married, you have to.
Yeah, we're learning pretty quick. All right. Not only are we going to do episode 49, but obviously for all you who were here last week, we did have Marcio Santos come on, stake his claim on what he plans on doing, coming back at Rocky Mountain Pro, and specifically going after one Caden Koyama, your reigning NRW champion. And for that reason, we are going to have, fortunately, we're going to have Caden Koyama join us on the show tonight, as well as
Finally, someone interesting.
a little bit of a rebuttal for what Marcio has said last week. So, going to be a very jam-packed show, guys. So sit back, relax, grab your popcorn, because this is going to be a doozy. I have a funny feeling. All right, let's get into episode 49. All right, right out of the gate here, we had some Lockettes action. We had your reigning Lockettes champion, Pumpkin Morgan, in action to start off charge against Itzel Estrada.
Yeah, I mean, and don't forget, we had Lola, doing commentary as well. So that factored in big in this match. It's great to see Pumpkin back.
My apologies, Lola. I forgot.
See, look, the one that, knows that she is probably the true leader of the law office, if you want to get technical about it. She was there on commentary. It's great to see Pumpkin back. She looks like she hasn't lost a step, honestly. Very tough. Itzel is a tough customer because you never quite know what you're going to get, because Itzel can go strong and she can work, strikes and stuff, but she's also a very accomplished grappler. She can do some high flying stuff. So it's really a mixed bag. So your first match coming back after a layoff like Pumpkin had, that can be tricky. But even with some shenanigans from, as we know, Estelle's associate at points, Lola, Pumpkin was still able to pick up the win with a big trash compactor. After the match, we see the shenanigans ensue, but Lucas, we see Josie Wildheart come out to aid her future opponent. If it seems interesting.
Very interesting that Josie I think Josie's got a respect for her future opponent, the one that she's going to challenge for the Lockettes title. I think that she wants to make sure that Pumpkin is 100%. I think deep down inside, Josie knows that she still has to kind of prove herself. She has done a great job so far, but she's still a relative unknown here in Rocky Mountain Pro. I mean, think about it. Her first match in Rocky Mountain Pro was at the NRW Classic. That was the first time we ever seen Josie Wildheart. She won that, and, it's been just a meteoric rise from there, but we still don't really know much. So I think Josie wants to prove herself, and she wants to make sure that there's no questions when she does defeat Pumpkin Morgan, if she can defeat Pumpkin Morgan. So I think that that was what this was all about. I think there's a mutual respect between these two.
I can agree, and it should make for one mutual competition at Never Broken. I don't think we should be seeing a lot of shenanigans, hopefully, between Josie Wildheart and Pumpkin Morgan. It should be a pure, straight Lockettes title match, expected at least. But you never know. RMP tends to be crazy at times, especially nowadays. So, we did have a tease. Speaking of the Lockettes division for a second, looks like we have a possible return for Midnight coming.
Yeah, the clock looks like it's striking midnight. We know Midnight before was a absolute force in the Lockettes division. I can't wait to see, and we've seen a little bit of it, but I want to see definitely Midnight go up against C-Rex. I think C-Rex would know what she's walking into there. I think this throws a wrench into some of these already very heated Lockettes rivalries that we have going on, because Midnight cares about one thing, and that's winning, and that's that belt. So this could be interesting, Lucas.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to getting Midnight back. I mean, we saw a little bit of Midnight at the NRW Classic. Thought that was kind of a one-time deal. So it's good to see that we are maybe going to get Midnight as a full-time competitor in the Lockettes division. That would really elevate what has already been a much improved Lockettes division. I mean, you look at how stacked it is right now. You add Midnight to the mix, and that just makes it that much better.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the match that was briefly talked about last week. We knew Marcio Santos was going to return during this episode because he said so on our show last week. Boy, did he ever. And boy, did he lay down the statement right after the fact against
I
Nick
mean,
Diamond.
yeah. And you know what? Marcio is a force in the ring. No one has ever doubted that about the man. No one doesn't believe that he couldn't go out and conquer a small country by himself if he wanted to. But it's Mick Diamond. And I don't say that lightly because we all know what Mick can do, but this Mick is different. This Mick hasn't found his way since coming back. He's struggling. This was, and again, Mick, don't take this the wrong way. This was kind of a warm up for Marcio with the state that Mick Diamond is in right now. And the state that Marcio is in, he's angry, as I could tell from last week, from what I heard from the interview. And he feels like he got ripped off. Now, he made some interesting comments. I'm going to kind of go off a little bit and mix and match here because after the match, he said he feels that he deserves this. He's back. He wants that title. And he had some interesting things to say to Koyama about last week when I heard the conversation. And one of those was it bothers him that Caden is the champion because he feels he's so far above Caden, or Caden has that shot. Well, Marcio, there's a problem here. After No Man's Land, you either were hurt, which I can understand, or you had a temper tantrum, which I can also understand, and you weren't around for the NRW Classic. So therefore, if you want to be mad at somebody, Marcio, if you really want that internal fire to burn within you that makes you angry, look in the mirror, dude. You were the one that didn't show up when you knew there was a number one contender spot on the line. If you chose not to, that's on you. If you couldn't because you were hurt, well, that's on the wake. We know why. That No Man's Land match. If you want it, get in line behind Caden, and I'm sure he will offer you a challenge as he's a fighting champion, the greatest charge champion, when I believe he will beat Kevin Koa coming up. I firmly believe that Caden Koyama is going to win that title. Well, and then what Marcio had to say about me, number one, bud, I guess I've been lied to my whole life because here I was thinking I looked like Brad Pitt, hell, maybe even skinny Jonah Hill at times. But I guess all them mirrors I've looked in for 40 years were wrong. Guys, I guess I'm fat. I didn't know that.
What?
I know.
No way.
Well, you know, I would be upset if it didn't come from Captain Obvious because anybody that has two eyes and half a brain, which I think Marcio has, I don't think Anger's eaten his entire thing. I'm a fat dude. I'm big. It's obvious. And what's obvious to me is he is so either angry at himself or angry at the situations he's caused himself to be in that he's taking it out on me. And he feels I shouldn't even register on with him at this point. You want to show me your focus, Marcio? Stop concentrating on trying to think up fun nicknames about my weight. And why don't you focus on Koyama before you end up on the wrong end of a pedigree?
Wow. Well, that was pretty well said. I got to challenge a few things you said about that. I do agree with what you said about Marcio and him not being there at the NRW Classic. That is the reason why he didn't have a chance. Now, do I think that he is in that class to be a number one contender? Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolute. And let's get down to the meat and potatoes of why he wasn't at the NRW Classic. That No Man's Land match messed with Marcio's psyche. It absolutely ate him alive. Yeah, did it do physical damage? Sure. It did physical damage to everyone that was in that match. But the fact, I think Marcio Santos, that No Man's Land meant more to Marcio Santos than it did any other member of the law office. I believe that. I don't think it affected Cease and Desist or Dylan Anderson or even Preston for that matter. Mentally, I don't think it affected them as much as it did him. He wanted it more than anything. You could tell it ate him alive. And the fact that he didn't get his retribution, winning that match and getting it over on the wake, I think that ate in him. And that's the reason why he was gone for months. And so that's the reason why he wasn't there. That's the reason why you're not the number one contender. But hey, if you're going to go about it and now you're ready to come back, what better way than to try to get under the skin of Caden Koyama, who is the number one contender? So I give him kudos for that. Hey, he knows who to go for. Great target, and I'm here for it. Let's let's do this thing.
I agree, Lucas.
So I just and the one thing I do have a little bit of an issue with: are we sure Caden's going to beat Kevin Koa? I mean, Kevin Koa is on a tear, my friend, and I know that Caden had this great Charge Championship run, the greatest Charge Championship run in history, but Kevin Koa now, week after week, is starting to really just prove something to me, man. He's starting to become like up in that upper echelon of Rocky Mountain Pro Champions, up there with a Damon Ace, up there with a Anaya, up there with other guys, that have had great reigns. Dustin Urich. I mean, he's starting to climb that ladder, starting to get up there. So I'm not 100% certain. I'm not even 50% certain that Caden Koyama can beat Kevin Koa.
Kevin Koa takes everything. Just so you know.
That's what I was getting to, John. And that's why
you're welcome, then.
Well, that's why I think that Caden definitely has a chance here, because Koa says he is Koa and he takes everything. He didn't take the charge title off Caden when he went for it. So you don't take everything. Here's your chance to take everything. But there's got to be a little doubt. Got to be a little doubt that you didn't beat this guy then. Can he?
Do you think this is the same Kevin Koa that from 6 months ago or 8 months ago, however long ago it was? This ain't the same Kevin Koa.
There's still some in there, though. Oh, well, Marcio, you don't work for free. So what you're saying is money is more important than the RMP championship. Okay. That's good. Where your priorities set. Cash over gold. Okay.
He did say that he wasn't under contract during the NRW Classic. I think Lucas can attest to that one.
He did say that, but
yeah.
I think there was some underlying factors as well.
Hey, man. Appearance-based stuff exists. If you want to, or if you want that title enough, man, sign the line. If you wanted it that bad, man. I don't even like Twinkies.
I thought you did.
No, I hate them. They're gross, man. It's the only thing that's named after the nuclear explosion is Twinkies, cockroaches, and Keith Richards.
All right. All right. We unfortunately have to turn attention away from Coastal for a second.
Why?
And put it on the guy to my right. Put on the guy to my right. I don't think I really need to say a whole hell of a lot. I think the episode speaks for itself. Slade is doing circles around you, my friend.
Oh, I don't know about circles. She did a great job. I'll give her credit. She got some interviews, but circles. Come on, circles. She did a fine.
Maybe a
job.
follow-up question here or there. Lucas asked follow-up questions. I'd like to see a follow-up question.
Yeah, and she seems to kind of lead a little bit. It kind of skew the question to what she wants to get to. I mean, we've seen some kind of unprofessional questions in it. I mean, look at what she asked Mick Diamond about. Does he have any friends or?
Actually, I differ there, Marcio. I do love to barbecue, and I do flip a mean burger. Look this way without knowing how to cook it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Slade had quite a bit of interviews lined up, and I like how she does the magic trick with the microphone too. She always is prepared. She has a microphone ready to go in case a moment arises. Clearly.
Yeah.
clearly she's doing something right because there ain't nobody in the higher ups at RMP yelling about her performance. They're actually loving this performance.
How do
I
you
wouldn't-
know they're
I
loving it?
wouldn't be
haven't heard
surprised if
anything.
I wouldn't be surprised if my birdies ends
Oh,
up
you're-
texting me
Your
during the time when we have Caden on tonight, and we update the ranking that she gets number one.
I'm gonna call birdies your Orioles.
You know that
Orioles are orange.
Did you like just forget the fact that I like pretty much handed you who was going to debut or who was going to make his return last week? I promised you a huge return and it delivered 100%.
Yeah,
I was the one who delivered that.
We're not talking about Ignition, are we?
Well,
this isn't reignited, is it?
Well, we don't have a reignited. So this goes for this. Journalism spans the whole Rocky Mountain Pro landscape, and I cover everything: Ignition, Charge, this show, everything. Strike is coming back. We're doing all kinds of stuff, and I'm a part of it all.
So Slade,
you don't see her on Ignition, at least not doing interviews.
Why put her on the B show when she's doing it on the A show?
I do it all on A show, B show, doesn't matter. And it's not really, and I think calling Ignition a B show when we got Danger Dean and Damon Ace on that show, that's an insult. I'm sorry. And then we had a main event of Punk and Morgan defending her title against Nikki Chase. I think calling that the B show is it's 1 and 1A.
They're both A shows.
1A
just on
still
different
less
nights,
than
man.
1.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they're both A shows. They're just on different nights, man.
I don't know. The way that Lucas was panicking at the table when his name got thrown out there from Slade.
Well, yeah,
seems like a nice little open challenge for you to possibly try and outdo her. I don't see you making an effort to try and do that.
Oh, well, you just wait, sir. You just wait. It's coming.
Oh, it's coming?
It's coming.
Curious to see what you have planned for Slade.
Oh, and, the law office is in their cease and desist and their stupid stop the chop thing. A real journalist gets dirty once in a while and gets down to, does things, whatever he has to do.
I would mind you that the founder is watching. You just said dirty, so you better hope that it's acceptable.
Well, this is part of that stop the chop. Somebody tore it up. Obviously, somebody not happy, but I have some signatures that I've seen on here that is highly dubious on this thing. I even got Southside Sammy is on here.
So
I'm just saying.
Wants to stop the chop.
He does not want to stop the chop.
No.
You got names like Candyland is on here.
So
like, come on, that's not a real name.
Wasn't certain professions.
I'm still sifting through all this, but see, I do actual investigating.
Why does it matter what names are on there? It's a petition.
Yes, and it should be legit.
Well,
and it's not. It's a farce.
Mm-hmm.
It's an absolute sham.
Kind
of like your list of top journalists.
Because I think what he's trying to say is
my list was accepted by the people on the higher ups. What do you mean?
It's an absolute farce.
Doubt it.
Johnny, I'm trying to say is that list, while it has a lot of names on it, may only have had 2 people, Reyes and Cookie, right on it.
That's not true. That's not true.
Well, there have been.
That's not true. That's not true. There's been video evidence.
Nikki Chase has signed it. I know there has been a few. Itzel has signed it, and they forced poor Ref Eli to sign the damn thing.
Well, I mean, he was broken from the get-go. That was an easy sign right there. But it's not subjected to talent. Anybody can sign a petition.
You really think there's very many fans You see how many people absolutely love Choppa
I
City.
saw one last week when they were passing around the petition. There was like 5 people in the stands that signed them
Well, they
on
probably
video.
they probably didn't
Right,
even.
but-
They probably thought they were signing up for a free beer.
Okay.
Right.
That's not.
See,
That's
That's
are
not
they
genius.
signing
That's
of
genius.
sound mind?
Are you kidding me?
Are they signing of sound mind? You can't take anything if they're not of sound mind.
Look, there is a reason why they're doing it. It makes sense considering
Oh, I
their
know the
current situation. Yeah, we know the reason. We all know the reason. All right. They
Well-
can't compete for the tag team championships as long as Choppa City has those titles. We've known this for
And
a
it-
while.
and I was
At
gonna
least
bring that
they're
up
not
in the-
sitting down on their
match
ass and
later.
doing nothing about it. They're actually doing something about it legally without getting involved in any of their matches. They're just walking around signing
Let's not
petitions.
go that far, bud. I've seen them out and about during many a Chopper City match with those petitions. They're getting involved, sir. They're just not in the ring.
Okay, so Chopper City should not have to worry about them being in the match. If that's the case, they should be focused on what they're doing in the ring and not worried about outside stuff that Cease and Desist are doing.
I
They're
don't
not
think
doing
they
anything
are.
directly to the match.
I don't think Chopper City's worried at all. Wait, Chopper City still has those titles, right? They haven't lost yet.
Yes, which is why there's still
Yeah,
a
they're
petition
not
going
worried.
on.
Yeah, but they're not worried about cease and desist. You said
Gotta
that
give the
they
boys
should
credit.
stop worrying about them. They didn't worry.
Got to give those boys credit. They're not sitting on their ass. They're actually doing something about it in their own
They got
interest
some
too.
good gumption. And what's up, Danger Dean in chat?
And danger.
I was just gonna click it.
Is go.
He is
Yeah, but we
officially
find out
go.
later when cease and desist has that tag match. They're maybe doing something to.
We're gonna talk about it right
Stop
now.
the shop,
We're gonna
but
talk about it right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we
we're gonna
had
talk
cease
about it
and
right now.
desist taking off.
Cease and desist going up against Type 6 Warriors.
Yeah. And Type 6 Warriors pick up a great win here. Big win. This is going to catapult them. You want to know why? Number one, because they're focused. They understand the process. They're getting better every week. They're tag craft. They're starting to think as a tag team. These guys, this was a big win. It's going to propel them up the rankings. Cease and desist. They're too worried about stopping the chop. You stop the chop all you want, but if you can't win a match, you're not going to get another title opportunity no matter who is the champions. You can't go out there with the petitions on your mind and the stop signs and all. Just go out there and wrestle and try and win matches, man. Let the cards fall as they may. You understood the stipulation when you lost. You couldn't challenge again. Wait for somebody else to beat them. Stop with the petition. This is the same thing with Marcio. He's all trying to pick up new names for me in my weight, and these guys are all about focus. Guys, maybe they do need Prest focused when he was around. Can't believe I just said that.
That did sound a little, yeah, that sounded a little icky, but it's
It's
kind of
true.
true. I think he does keep him focused. But Type 6, man, picking up a big win, and I don't know. Did you guys hear the backstage afterwards with Two Name? It kind of sounded like Two Name didn't really want to talk about it, but it kind of sounded like he just made Type 6 the number one contenders.
Yes,
That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're going to have Type 6 taking on Choppa City at Never Broken is what I heard.
I can see
All right,
how that's
give
going
me-
to ruffle feathers over in the law office, I think.
All right, give me 2 seconds here because I gotta do a workaround here for our guest. So while I'm doing that, why don't you guys talk about the investigation that's still ongoing about who attacked Tortured Souls, as well as the Hunter and Nikki Hyde interaction with Slade getting yet another story?
Well, as we saw when, early on in the show, the Tortured Souls were taking a snow nap, it looked like, and he had helped them fall asleep, if you will. They got a 2-day vowed to get to the bottom of it. the main thing, I guess, here is 2 days going to every tag team he can think of, trying to figure out, is it this? Is who did this? Who was there? And then to get to the quote, when, Nikki Hunter is being interviewed, and I don't know, I feel like being sniffed, Lucas, by Hunter, a little unnerving.
Just being in the presence of Hunter is a little unnerving. But yeah, especially when he starts sniffing and doing his, animalistic behavior. The guy is just, he's, very uncomfortably around sometimes. You don't know if he's trying to be friends or if he's trying to make you a meal. I don't know. But not exactly sure what Hunter's next play is. I mean, we've already seen what he's done with Two Dame and Southside Hustle. What is going on in the head of Hunter Gray?
That might be a scary thing to think about, what's going on in the head of Gray. I mean, Johnny, did you want us to get to the end of the investigation too? Who was in the envelope, clue style?
Yeah, you might as well.
Well, as Two Dame, as every good detective, when the trail runs cold, where go? You go back to the start. And who is waiting there for him? Remy D. And he asked Remy some questions about, did you do this? And I think I rather liked Remy's answer with, yes, and I do it again. So Remy D attacked the tortured soul for a little bit of vengeance that was over, I think, Lucas. And there's quite a history there.
Yeah, this was payback, revenge served. They say that revenge is a dish served best cold, and they certainly were served cold. They were laying in snow.
Mm-hmm.
So Remy got his revenge very poetically, may I add. But Remy is back, guys, and glad, because after that interview that Tony and I had a week before, he left a lot of questions. Remy D did. Wasn't quite 100%, sold that he was coming back. So the fact that he did this, I think now that kind of puts everyone at ease. Remy's back, and he's back with a vengeance.
All right. Gotta love Two Dame's reaction, though. After the fact. Diabiev solving another investigation.
Well, he did solve it. He did get to the bottom
pretty much
of it.
handed to him, but
it was handed to him. Fix your audio, Coastal.
What's wrong with my audio?
I don't know.
It sounds good on my end.
It sounds good for me too. I think this was earlier on.
Reyes, take your beanie off. That's why you can't hear. It's muffled by the beanie.
Exactly. He works out in his beanie, and he does pretty much everything in his beanie.
Well, they do make the beanies with the headphones in them. He might want to invest in those.
All right. It looks like we have our guest already on backstage currently. So we still got a couple more matches here. So let's get right through this. The main event on episode 489, technically. I know there was another match also, which was a WWE ID match. We'll talk about that right afterwards. But we have Enrique Calderon taking on your Rocky Mountain Pro champion, Kevin Koa.
And let's not forget, we had the Weapon on commentary.
Yes, the Weapon
there as
was
well.
on commentary. Yes, we know. Let us know.
But I want to go back to when Calderon found out he had a match tonight, because Stanley Logan was kind of, I rather liked the way that Stanley handled this whole thing. You don't want to show up this week? Well, no. Hey, you know what, buddy? I'm not feeling that great. I'm going to let you have my match tonight against Kevin Koa. And then he runs away. No, this was a good, Enrique, you knew it was going to be a big uphill battle, this whole match. And from everything I saw, Caden is going to have to be the best Caden he's going to be at Never Broken to get by Kevin Koa, because Koa is a machine right now. He really is. He is much, and as what Lucas said earlier, he is much different than he was when he went after the charge title when Caden had it 6-8 months ago. But this is still like he just a machine. He's vicious. He's striking. It's almost like he has that little like thing over his eye and just tells him all the weak points of where to hit his opponent. And he's just striking perfect every time. That's about what it is. But yeah, this was a big, good win for Koa. It's more on his dominance train. As Lucas said earlier, he's moving up the ladder in that. And Calderon, maybe if you didn't wrestle in overalls, that might have been a detractor there. Overalls are hard to move in.
Well, I mean, Rey Mysterio pulled it off, but he's not Rey Mysterio.
No.
But I will say this: you said it, Koa, right now on just a very high level. He's doing it without any shenanigans, without any, obviously the Tortured Souls aren't a part of his title reign, so you can't say that. You really don't have anything negative to say about Koa's title reign. This has been it's been just an impressive reign. Besides the way he won the title, besides that, it's been just super impressive from that moment on. And I think he's got the attention of guys like Damon Ace. Damon Ace now is like, all right, I wasn't so sure the way that he took the title from me, but now since he's watched it, he's seen it firsthand. He knows that Kevin Koa is going to be an issue, and I'm not 100% certain Damon Ace is convinced that Caden's going to beat Kevin Koa. And I think that's part of the reason why he was out there and why he was kind of scouting, because I think he knows that he may have to be the one to take that title off of Kevin Koa.
So you're saying that Damon doesn't trust his compadres?
I don't say he doesn't trust them. I just don't think he's got 100% confidence that they're at that level.
I think he has confidence in Koyama. You know why I think he was out there? Because what was the one thing Damon always wanted during his title reign? He wanted you at your best. He wanted the best of the best to come after that title. And I think Damon was out there because he wanted to put something at rest. He wanted to put to rest, okay, was Koa the best possible person that could have challenged me for that title, and should he have taken it? Because Damon always said if someone was better than him, they would take that title. Just nobody had stepped up at that point. I think he was out there to be like, I want my rematch, because I think he feels like he got robbed. I think he does see Koa as a respectable opponent and one that could give him and take him to his very edge. And I think that he feels robbed, and I think he wants that. So I think he was out there like, yeah, I need to get in the ring with this guy at this level. I think he wanted a firsthand look at what the champion looks like.
I'm not saying this is going to happen, but what happens if it's Koyama? That's never broken.
What happened at the NRW Classic? You get in there, you go to war with your friend there, and then whatever happens comes out. You shake hands, just like it happened at NRW, man.
And we're watching the wake unfold ever since. Thanks
How
to
are they
Anaya.
unfolding?
Thanks to Anaya, and thanks in part to the law
TMZ
office.
Anaya. TMZ Anaya. Anaya, who can't win a championship, so he's got to go around and blow everybody else up that's happy or together. He has no friends, so he thinks that everybody else shouldn't have any friends. He's just trying to seed hate. He's trying to be relevant. That's all. He's getting lost in the shuffle. He's trying to remain relevant. It's not my fault you got your ankle fractured. He made quick work of you so he didn't have to waste time. You weren't at your best. You were a speed bump. He disposed of you and went on to the next best. Don't get your ankle broken. You'll be okay.
I don't think I'd ever say Marcio's a speed bump to anyone.
He was with a broken ankle.
Well,
with a broken ankle, he was normally no.
And he still gave Damon Ace everything he could handle with a broken ankle. So imagine what he would do at 100%.
I'm sure Damon would love to see what he could do at 100%. At that particular moment, he wasn't.
See, Lucas, I'm glad you're on the fence. You're making everything a little bit more respectable for me, and I appreciate that, sir.
I try to on these matters where it's because there is some questions about the wake, and I think they are valid questions, and I think that what's been going on is it's all worth discussing. That there's still some questionable things about the wake and how they are going to keep on continuing at this pace. I just can't for the life of me see that everything is going to be hunky-dory.
You don't want to see. That's the problem.
And to bring it back to the NRW Classic that we were talking about, back when the wake was in the final match and everybody had friendly competition, pretty sure one guy has yet to recover on the wake ever since the NRW Classic, and I'm pretty sure his ass is just about out the door.
No, Johnny's fine.
I don't know.
I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that for a second.
And you know what the thing is here? I'm not taking away, and Johnny is having some doubt, but he'll get through that. I want to get back to, I'm not saying that Marcio is a speed bump in the ring, and I'm not backpedaling here. I'm saying at that particular point, any person with a broken ankle isn't 100%. What I'm trying to get through here is Marcio seems to have a problem with mental blockage. He gets stuck up on things. I'm just saying, if he had a clear head, like he seemed to have had when Preston was there, and he wasn't so angry all the time, he could just go in and take care of business. He is just trying to offend me or something. I don't care. Marcio, I seem to live in your head rent-free. You want to know something, Marcio? When I turn this computer off, when I go to work on tomorrow, I don't think of you at all. You are irrelevant in my life, but I seem to live in your head. You can spear me. What is spearing me going to do for you, Marcio? Is it going to give you a title? No. Is it really going to make you feel good that you speared a fat lardo, as you say? Isn't that beneath you, sir? Shouldn't you just be like, I don't need to deal with Fatso? No, instead I seem to have a condo in Marcio land. Dude, concentrate on Cade. You want that title? Concentrate on him.
Right.
You spear me? You spear me. I die. Oh, well.
Cool, so you got kids.
I have a kid. Come on. One. I've won. But I mean, he's
really like, yeah, that kid's old enough now.
No, I mean, if he really wants to think he's going to solve something, but I mean, if he really appreciates you, Johnny, he's hurting your show by taking one of the people off it. And I mean, honestly, and I know he has a lawyer, if he spears me and it's not contracted, he ain't going to have a job or money. So I'm not worried.
Well, be careful with that, because there is a few people in the chat that could easily whip up a contract within 5 minutes.
I still have to sign it.
I know.
I still have to sign it.
This is also true. But would you ever sign it, though?
Well, here's the thing. If it's a signed contract, then I have to go to the Colorado Sports Commission, and I had to have a physical last time. Maybe my fat ass won't pass that, Marcio. Geez,
Then it becomes unsanctioned.
Then it becomes, it's not unsanctioned if I don't sign to concede to an unsanctioned match. Then it's just assault.
But would you sign to an unsanctioned match?
I'm not a professional wrestler, man.
This sounds like a lot of Preston's questions right here that we're talking about.
So what does Preston have anything to do with this conversation?
I'm just saying it sounds like a lot of lawyer stuff that is a lot of legal.
No, I'm just saying that the Coastal's talking this game to Marcio, and it's sometimes
I'm not talking.
It's somewhat warranted. Don't get me wrong.
Game. I don't want to physically encounter. I don't want to have a physical encounter.
Yeah. Why should he? Why should he?
Right.
Why
All I'm saying is I'm offering what I think is happening, or what I think is happening. I'm commentating on an issue. if his big feelings got hurt because he's a professional, I'm sorry about that. But like, I'm just saying what I think is happening. His words, like, he calls me fat. Okay, cool. I'm not going to think about him tomorrow until I watch a wrestling match of his. He's going to wake up in the morning trying to think of new ways to tell me I'm fat. He's running out real quick.
Oh, that's not true, Sonny. So anyone can put their hands on you? Is that what we're saying? I mean, you're not behind
That's
the
a good
barricade,
point.
and you like to open your mouth a lot, Sonny.
Not being a keyboard warrior, bro. I'm talking to you. I'm not typing anything. And I'm being the bigger adult, and I don't need to have you show me that you're bigger and stronger than me.
We already know.
I mean, what are you, dude? You late 20s? I'm 40. Good for you, dude. I didn't realize I was such a prize to beat up on.
Well, yeah, you have. You don't.
Apparently,
people ask for the mic, Sonny, and you don't give it to them, and then they're mean people. Like, we like to keep it very spicy in here, Dean. It's the
man.
flavor
I've
of life.
commented on some of Danger Dean stuff that he did back on the Rewind and called it, irreprehensible. And he hung out with Titus and all that. And he doesn't want to spear me. He speared Mark, not me.
That actually did happen, yes.
Yes.
Which Coastal, I'm sure, very much enjoyed.
Actually, I was hoping Mark was okay. Dean got pulled into Dean, to be fair.
Before we head into our special guest, the WWE ID match, Mike Cunningham versus Timothy Thatcher, with Timothy Thatcher going over and winning this matchup here. Give us your quick thoughts on this WWE ID match.
Man, main event Mike, dude, he looks the part. As Lucas said on commentary, man, he looks like a main eventer. But here's the thing, man, he's still young, and Thatcher, he's seasoned, and that's what happens. Thatcher gets a hold of you. That's the problem. When the man gets a hold of you, you either aren't getting out or you're fighting for your life to survive. That's just his style. The best thing that you can do is to try and either high fly, ground and pound, even ground and pound, man. Timothy just has so many tools in the toolbox, Lucas. I don't know how you get by him.
Yeah, Timothy Thatcher, there's nothing he hasn't seen, nothing that he hasn't gone through. The guy knows just about everything there is to know about professional wrestling. And unfortunately for Cunningham, he just, he's only a year and a half into this journey, but the sky's the limit for the guy. I mean, you could see that his natural athleticism, what he possessed in the ring, once he gets, a little education, and once he starts learning the ropes a little bit more, the guy's going to be fantastic. He kind of took exception to, he was basically stealing half of Draper's, antics out there. So you need to get your own material, bud. But he's going to be a star, I believe. Just give him some time. Thatcher's on a whole nother level, though.
All right, final thoughts on episode 489 as we inch closer to Never Broken.
More chaos, more. I don't know. I'm starting to not really know how much this 2-Dame has control of, if any, at this point. I think we need to have Elo come back pretty soon. I think 2-Dame getting near the end of his rope if he's celebrating. He did solve the case, but he kind of just stumbled upon it. The tag team division, well, that was a big upset. I guess now Type 6 is contenders. That's going to be incredible. And then, the Caden and Marcio thing coming to a head, that's going to be very interesting to watch.
Yeah, a lot of things are starting to heat up as especially with Remy D now. Kind of, he's got his sights set on the Tortured Souls. I think that's only the beginning of the vengeance. that he's going to lay down on the torture souls. This thing's far from over. And we're seeing the dominance of our champion, Kevin Koa, continue. And now it seems like there's a lot of guys that want to kind of throw their hat in the ring, metaphorically, I guess. But it starts with Caden, but you've got Damon Ace back there. You got Marcio. So much competition all the way from the top. And it's just going to get even more intense as we get closer to Never Broken and then on the road to Milestone.
All right. So we have just wrapped up our segment on Recharge. We are currently waiting for Caden to be ready. I do see him backstage, although it looks like his cam is off. So we'll give him a call. Oh, wait, there he is. He's coming back on. Give him 2 seconds here. He's playing around with something right now. I don't want to bring him in if there's stuff showing that can't be shown. All right, Caden, if you can hear me, flip it to landscape and reverse the camera because we're seeing something weird in your camera.
Well, John is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not seeing anything.
Yeah.
I just don't want anything shown that's not supposed to, that's all. There we go. He's getting ready. And yeah, he's okay. We got the thumbs up. All right, let's bring him in.
There he is.
What's up,
Hey.
everybody?
Hey, Caden.
How's it going?
Much.
Oh,
How you doing?
Look at that
Good.
smile.
I'm
on
good.
Cole's face. So excited.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
you look overjoyed to have Caden here, Johnny.
I always enjoy speaking with Mr.
Oh,
Koyama.
yes. Overjoyed.
Well, no, I know you do, but I'm our fearless leader over here, boy. He's got a kind of a frown on his face.
No, I am doing the respectful thing. I'm giving the other party a chance to respond to Marcio from last week. It's only fair. See, I can play down the middle too, you know.
Very good.
No, you can't. You're legally obligated to do this. There's literally a law. The person needs to have their own time in like broadcasting. That came up earlier.
Really, I could cancel the wake right here, right now. I'm not going to. Right?
Can't stop the
Well,
chop.
It is my show.
See that this is where he gets his show. It's on the Rocky Mountain Pro Twitch channel. It's not your show.
All right, Lucas, relax there, buddy. Relax. There you go. We take care of him. All right. Anyways, Caden, you were saying?
Oh, no. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to join you guys. Happy to be a better guest than some people, obviously, because I appreciate the platform, unlike some people. So thank you for having me. I do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
No, I think this whole thing's just kind of funny, to be honest with you. I've had a long weekend. I'll be honest. I'm dead exhausted. It's been nothing but working out and getting ready for Kevin Koa, the Rocky Mountain Pro champion. The most important thing that I have going on right now. That is my top priority. So it's just funny to hear Marcio just be jealous, I guess. I don't know what else it is with him. I don't really care. I remember coming on this show last fall before No Man's Land, and he was running his mouth in the chat just like he is tonight, just like he likes to do. And I told him, this is when I was the Charge champion. I told him, hey, I'm here. We can do this. But he wanted to deflect and talk about Damon, which, whatever, that's fine. You can say you're focused at that. But, it's not like I haven't been ready to fight him at any time. So now you want to pick your shot. You can say contracts or whatever it is, and that's why I won the NRW Classic, because you're not there. You weren't there. And if you were there, sorry, I'd have beat you. I'm 100% confident of that. So now that I'm the champion, when I'm completely focused, that's when you decide to run your mouth, add in your 2 cents. And that's fine. Say whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Right now, you're not my priority. Kevin Koa is my priority. The Rocky Mountain Pro Championship is my priority. After I get past April 2nd, I'll deal with it then. If that's something you still want to deal with, we can deal with that then. But right now, you're not important to me. Sorry to disappoint you.
Coastal, do you have anything to say on that? Because you have been definitely taking the brunt of a lot of the Marcio shit talking in the chat. So I figured
No, I mean,
with Caden here, I think
I
you'd be a little bit more comfortable.
Caden said it the best he could. I kind of said it earlier too, alluded to it. Like, he wasn't there. He had his him, and Caden earned a shot, and he would have earned that shot anyways. And like, I don't know. I agree with everything they said, and I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, he shot it." No, it's not. It's just fact. It's how it is. Like it's what happened.
Look, people can hate, people can be jealous, and I understand because I've had my moments where I see wrestlers and I'm like, damn, if I could get that shot, what would I do with that? So like, I get it. Not like there's only so many shots to go around. There's so many opportunities to go around. It's taken me 2 years to get back to have another shot at the Rocky Mountain Pro Championship. It was 2 years in April when I faced David Drake. Was the last time that I wrestled for the RMP Championship. When I blew my Achilles out. These opportunities don't come very often, and I'm very aware of that. My focus is someplace else, and it's going to remain someplace else. I need that title. I need that title match. I need this match more than anything. I don't need distractions right now, because that's all you are, Marcio. I'm sorry. You're just a distraction.
Have you got in touch with Johnny recently? How's his mental state after the mind games with Anaya going on and the not really destruction, but the way that Johnny was brutally beaten in his match against Anaya? How's he feeling?
Brother's doing all right. He's tough. He's more mentally tough than I think people give him credit for. He's doing what he needs to. He's processing and rationalizing. Because it's physical, it's mental, it's a lot of things. But Johnny's doing good. I don't think you need to worry about Johnny the way that everybody seems to be so concerned. Trust me, if anybody knows him, it's me.
And we saw that Damon was at commentary during the match this past week on episode 489 when it was Enrique versus Kevin Koa. And he made a statement, and I can't officially word it like word for word on the quote, but he says that, you know, if Caden can't beat Kevin Koa at Never Broken, then I might have to. So do you think that Damon Ace possibly doesn't think that you can beat Kevin Koa? Has he lost confidence in you?
I don't think so. We're training together. The Wake's training together. They're helping me. They're running me through a whole program to get ready for this match. And that's not what I see when I'm training with Damon. So I don't think that's it. I think you guys have seen what we were willing to do to each other. You saw the NRW Classic, and we'll leave it all in the ring. So, like, if I can't get it done, Damon's not afraid to do that. If I'm the champion, Damon's not afraid to compete against me. If Damon were the champion, I wouldn't be afraid to compete against him. Iron sharpens iron. We're not afraid to make each other better.
So you guys feel that all four of you guys currently right now are still a collective unit and that everything's still in one? There's no worries about one person trying to overthrow somebody else or trying to step on other people?
Oh, 100%. We're exactly where we need to be right now. Everybody's got their own focus. Everybody's working on their thing. We're good. This is the best the week. This is the most cohesive we've been. This is the most focused we've been. We're a different group. We're different people, and we're completely focused on different phases of our careers as well too. So what you're getting out of the four of us, it's not what it was before. We're completely in line. We all understand we have different goals and we have different things that we need to accomplish in our respective careers. So we're doing great.
Lucas, you have anything? Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Wait, hold up. I did mute you. That's right. That is my fault. I will take responsibility for that because you were out of line in the beginning.
You
So
muted him like 4 minutes ago.
I forgot.
Okay. So I have this. I know that you say you're completely focused on Koa, but we all know what Marcio is capable of. I mean, we saw him go into a training school that he doesn't even belong to anymore and wipe out half that training school. And so we know that he is not going to just let this thing die. He is going to try to get to you one way or the other. Are you prepared for that, even if it means that it may distract you a little bit from preparing for Koa, which we're about 3 weeks away from that?
So what's the message then, Lucas? That he went into a school and beat up a bunch of students that are learning? That's supposed to throw me off my game? Like no disrespect to those kids. I give anybody who has the courage to step into a ring, to be able to get hit, to be able to get bumped around, to be willing to cross the line. I say this to students at the RMP school. There's a difference between being a wrestler and being a fan. We're crazy enough to jump the barrier and actually do this. So I have respect for anybody that does. I have respect for all those kids, but I also understand they're learning because I remember when I was that person. But so what? I'm supposed to be afraid of a bully? Because that's what I saw was bully behavior. I saw coward behavior.
I
Picking on
believe
students. Come on.
Well,
I believe the story from last week, from what Marcio told, was that one of the students just so happened to be a Wake fan.
No, I heard that. I heard exactly what he had to say. He can dress whatever he wanted to his poor behavior. Let's just call it what it is. He can dress his poor behavior however he wants, but that's exactly what it is. Cool. They were fans of the Wake, so he's jealous then too. So you're jealous of our success, so you beat up a bunch of kids who are not as skilled as you, who have not been doing this as long as you. Help me circle that square. It's not checking out for me.
well, and here's what I would worry about, Caden. You are a coach at the Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling Academy. You coach young up and comers right now. If Marcio walked into that training session while you're training and tried to, bully one of your students, what would that mean? Would that be a declaration of war?
Oh, I'd love to see him try. You're not coming into my class, and you're not going to cause problems. Sorry, I mean, just not. I like the school training it's a different beast. It's a different thing. And I take that incredibly seriously. Like that's where we teach you, we prepare you for something that's incredibly dangerous. This is a life-altering sport. You want to come in here and disrespect students who are trying to learn to do this the right way, the safe way? Yeah, you might be crossing a little bit of a line, but again, I'll handle business. The focus is Koa.
So you're not focused about Marcio whatsoever.
I don't see what I need to be focused on. I really don't. I have what he wants, but he can't have it. I've declared my number one contendership. Sorry, dude. You find another way to become a number one contender. I don't understand what that has to do with me outside of just pure jealousy.
Probably has a lot to do with what happened over the past few months between you and the law office.
Between us and the law office? Hey, you know what? And that goes both ways. As far as I'm concerned, with me and Marcio, I'm fairly cross paths with that guy. Within a little bit of time building up to that match with the no man's land match. That's really about all it was. I've hardly interacted with this guy except for when he wants to run his mouth, except when he wants to proclaim his jealousy.
So it was a lesson of respect coming from Marcio. Respect for people that are way better than them. Very soon, I will teach you the same lesson.
He can teach. Hey, tell me teach me whatever lesson you really think you want. I think I already know. You say you've been wrestling longer than me. Yeah, you have. But who's achieving more right now? Who's more successful right now? So what are you going to teach me, Marcio? Again, I've got a championship to focus on. I've got the biggest match of my career coming up. That is my focus. You're becoming an irritation. That's it.
Coastal.
I'm actually going to ask a question about, the focus at hand. We know you've gone against Koa for the charge title when you were charge champion, a few, 6-8 months back now. You've had, interactions with Koa in the ring. This is a different Koa. You've seen it. We've all seen it in his title defenses. The title has kind of upped his game a little bit, made him more aggressive, even maybe striking harder, moving quicker. How much of the previous times you've been in the ring are you going to rely on in training for this compared to what maybe Damon and Dustin and Johnny can help you, with what, is new about him? I mean, are you guys all watching matches together? You said you're training together, like dissecting them. I know you guys are cerebral, so just kind of not without giving too much away, kind of the thought process here behind how you handled Koa before and how you're looking to handle him this time.
Yeah, I don't want to give away too much, obviously. No, this is different. This is a different Koa. And the prize is different too. As special as the Charge Championship was to me, still is to me. This is the RMP title, and he knows that too. He's not stupid. He stepped his game up when he won the title. How he did. There was we all saw what happened, but he's not stupid. He's got the championship. That makes him the number one guy, and he's done everything he needs to hold on to it. And he's shown a lot of dominance. And I don't know that that's the same guy that I wrestled for the Charge Championship last year. I really don't. So, no, there's a different game plan. There's definitely different things that have to be planned out with this. We all have different experiences being in the ring with Kevin Koa. So I'm grateful for my boys in the wake because that is helping me to get ready. But it's a little bit of, like I said, I don't want to give away too much, but there's a little bit. I know some things, so I can utilize a little bit of something. But there's more to learn. There's always more to learn. Like, great wrestlers evolve, great wrestlers change, and you always have to constantly study guys like that to make sure that you're up to that level with them. So trust me, there's a lot of physical. Trust me, I'm getting the crap beaten out of me in training right now, but there's a lot of mental to this preparation right now as well.
Lord, let the Coastal glazing begin. Coastal, do the wake take turns meeting you at your local glory hole, or do you glaze them all up at the same time?
He keeps talking a lot about glory holes. I find that really disturbing.
And he's got I don't know, maybe he has a type. Maybe the chubby thing isn't make fun of. No, I'm not going to go there. That's too scary to think about. I think he's really just mad that for once, maybe in this entire show, he wasn't the topic of thought or consideration at all. More jealousy, really.
I mean, after what we saw on episode 489 and what he did to McDiamond and the statement afterwards, I mean, I know you're focused on Kevin Koa as you should be, being the number one contender, but it's really hard to ignore Marcio, especially when he's got a bullseye on you.
He's dangerous, and I have to give him that credit. Like, I'm not going to take away any of his abilities in the ring, his physical abilities, the way he thinks about professional wrestling. I can't deny him any of that stuff because he's talented. So, yeah, what he did to Mick Diamond, because I've wrestled Mick, and Mick's not a pushover. He's trying to figure things out, but again, he's got the guts to get into the ring, so he's not to be slept on. But, yeah, he made a statement. All right. I can make statements too. He's not the only one. I'm not going to go about it like him, but I can show people what I'm capable of too.
Koyama, how bleeping dare you to pretend like you don't remember the disrespect you showed me when I first got to RMP? My first time training. Oh, well, hold up. First time training at the school, and you showed a lack of respect to me.
I remember that. I listened to that, and I remember hearing that. And I laughed out loud. My wife was like, "What are you laughing at?" I said, "This guy's stupid. He doesn't know what he's talking about." I showed him 100% respect because I treated him just like every other student in the school. What makes you think you're better than anybody? What makes you think you're better than anything in professional wrestling? You're not. When you got to our school, nobody knew who you were. Your reputation. You've established one hell of a reputation in RMP, but you've been gone from wrestling for a while. We discussed that, and you did mention that, and I did pay attention. Yeah, I didn't kiss your ass. I didn't put you up on a pedestal because you've been wrestling longer than me. Cool. Good deal. I've met a lot of guys that have been wrestling longer than me, and I'm better than them. You got to prove it. And to my credit, and I don't like to glaze myself like that, but to my credit, we have a ranking system in our school, and you started where everybody started. And I made it a point to mention to people, hey, look, this guy's actually really talented. I think he should be perceived in a certain way in our school. So you can say whatever you want, that I didn't show you respect. See it however you want. I know the truth. You got the exact same respect that every other student got. Don't tell me you didn't get respect from me. That's a joke.
And Lucas, you've been pretty quiet up there.
Yeah. Just to touch on this disrespect thing. Now, I know I wasn't, there during the training, but, I'm around. I hear all the chatter. I hear Marcio got a lot of respect from everyone. Did we know who he was at first? No. But, I mean, that is how it is for most of the guys that come from another place and come here. It's just because you've done something at another region, another state, another school, or wherever it is. A lot of people come to Rocky Mountain Pro because they want to get better and they want the best competition. And Marcia has already said that's part of the reason why he did come to Rocky Mountain Pro. When we interviewed him before several months ago, he said that's why. He knew that what you did at somewhere else isn't what you're doing here at Rocky Mountain Pro. You got to kind of prove yourself over again. Now he has done that. He's gotten the respect of everyone. I think though that Marcio believes that he's at a higher level, Caden, than what maybe you and the Wake are maybe putting him at a below you guys. Do you feel that you've maybe not given him the level that he deserves, or that he thinks he deserves?
It's a valid question.
That's what he thinks. He's entitled to think that. But if we didn't think highly of his skills, we wouldn't have taken him seriously going into no man's land. We knew he was a threat. He was part of our game plan. All those guys are dangerous, but we know what Marcio could bring to the table. We don't sleep on him. He's not slept on. Like, that's the thing. I don't know what he thinks. Like, he's not like, it's not like we're like, oh, Marcio Santos, he's terrible. He sucks. He's overrated. Nobody's saying that. That's not a conversation. I don't, like, again, disrespect. I don't know where you're getting that. I think you're slicing up jealousy into other fucking things. Excuse me. Like, that's what I think this is. You're starting to get me a little fired up. But again, I have a focus. I've got a championship I need to win.
I don't think I am better than everybody. I am the bleeping man. Not you. Not Damon. Not anyone in the Wake.
I think that would have been more poignant if he figured out where to put the comma. I don't think, comma, I am, because that it kind of sounds like a run-on sentence. I don't think.
All right. No,
I'm just trying to clarify.
Literal
I'm
with
just trying to
here.
listen. I didn't want people to misconstrue that he does believe he is better.
I think the message was clear.
The message was clear, dude.
Apologize.
No, the message is clear. He's getting loud and he's getting angry because he's bitter and because he's jealous and because he's not going into Never Broken to face Kevin Cole for the championship. That's all it is.
Does he have a match at Never Broken?
Not that I'm aware of. Again, I'm focused on one match at Never Broken and one match only. So,
I just if
he does, good luck for him.
He just got back with a new contract. So yeah, he's just getting back into RMP just now because his contract was technically up during the NRW Classic, which is why he wasn't there.
Well, guys, we have Never Broken, but we have other big shows that are coming up. In fact, we've got a huge supercharge coming up in Cheyenne, Wyoming. There's going to be some big things happening there. Who knows what's going to happen in Cheyenne? So that there's potential for a lot of big things down the line, even if it's not Never Broken.
Yeah, and I believe Supercharge is the day before Never Broken, I believe?
Correct.
Or something like that. So I guess technically there's still a little bit of space where if Marcio was going to make a move, that would be an ideal spot. So
Well, Supercharged will be great. Again, my focus, Kevin Koa. Marcio can do whatever he wants. I have to win this championship. It's not there's no other alternative. There's no other option. I have to win that match.
I'll have a match after I take Koyama's spot where I deserve to be.
Okay.
I mean, there's only a little bit of time left. I mean, we're 3 weeks away.
Would you even consider putting your number one contender spot on the line if necessary? If this became a more serious issue for you or anything like that?
I don't see how it will become more of a serious issue because like all he's doing is running his to try and get that. I'm not feeding into that.
I mean,
Sorry, go ahead, Johnny. No, you're fine. No, I've worked my ass off for 10 years for this. Okay. I'm not like he's not going to be like he can say whatever he wants. He can do whatever he wants. I never thought I'd be in a position to get this match again. Okay, never. You guys, I can't describe to you the pain I was in 2 years ago, April in Bierstadt. I will never forget it. It was 2.5 minutes into that match, and I blew my Achilles. You may have seen it. You didn't feel it. Because it wasn't just going through that match and the agony of trying to win the championship while I'm hurt. Then it's the fallout. Because how do you get back to that? How do you get back? It's taken me this long. It's taken more than just rehab. It's been trials and tribulations. It's been battles with Preston. It's been battles with the law office. It's been every other distraction you could possibly think of. I'm not letting anybody else get in the way. Sorry, Marcio. I'm focused on Koa. I don't know how many other ways I can tell you this, but that's what's happening on April 2nd. Kevin Koa, Caden Koyama, Rocky Mountain Pro Championship.
Johnny, I think you have another.
Yes, I do. I'm going to get to that shortly.
Comment.
I just wanted to make sure all comments or all questions were asked before I did that. See, your buddy. Maybe if you stop getting injured and taking breaks, you'd actually be somewhere, Marcio. You're getting carried out of the ring as much as you're getting carried by the law office.
Now, honestly, hey, to be fair, he doesn't run with the law office. I haven't seen him hanging around those guys in a very long time, so I don't even know if they carry him anymore. Maybe he's a lot like Discover Card. They just don't carry it anywhere. Maybe sure Johnny, you're our law office kind of person. I mean, what's the deal with Marcio? He doesn't seem like he comes to the law office hangout anymore.
He was just announced when he walked to the ring that he was a member of the law office. Case closed.
Where were his friends?
Stopping the chop.
Not doing a good job of it. They lost to Tight.
And on that, they had a match earlier that they had to get ready for and focus on with Type 6 Warriors. Anything else?
Maybe they should have focused better.
Miscommunication. That's what happened, clearly. Do you really think Eric Reyes wanted to hit Cookie right in the head with a stop sign?
That was funny, though.
I mean, some of us have wanted to hit Cookie in the head with a stop sign.
I'm sure it was. Because you haven't seen him in a long time. You just said it. Contract issues resolved. He's back.
He can put it however he wants. Let's okay.
He's getting paid a little more.
Let's see what he does then. I'd like to see him, win some more matches then. That's one. Cool. That's one. Let's see something else.
Don't know what's going to happen on episode 490. We might see him. We might not see him. I don't know. I don't have the card for episode 490 in front of me, so.
I'll answer Yaden's. Yeah, I'm going to answer Yaden's thing in chat. What jabs at Coastal have I missed? Well, took by surprise because apparently I don't know what mirrors do. I'm fat. Marcio really wants to spear me in the worst way for some reason. Like, if he wants a hug, I'll give him a hug, but he doesn't have to violently try and hug me. And yeah, basically, I'm fat and he wants to beat me up. That's what I've gained out of it.
Something about glory holes. Like he has an obsession about glory holes.
Lots of that from him. That was weird. That's the rundown.
Actually, since Damon Ace is here, we might as well ask him the question. Do you think Caden Koyama has a very good shot at beating Kevin Koa at Never Broken? You kind of switch back to Never Broken here for a second. Because you were on commentary
That's
and
a
you
good question.
did make that statement. Huh? Say that, yeah?
Oh, I said
Also,
that was
what'd
an
you say?
excellent question, Anaya. I mean, John.
It's a legit question. It literally just happened this
Okay,
past
that's cute.
Wednesday. And since he's here, I want to ask the question. Journalism. Hello. Lucas, you should have been right on top of that.
You know, sometimes I'll let my colleagues get a little shine. You guys always say, "Oh, I'm not a team player," and this and that. So,
All right. All right. Damon Ace confirms it. He thinks you can beat Kevin Koa. Didn't sound like it on Wednesday, but he's saying it right here on chat on Sunday. So,
Hey, I told you
there
guys,
you
there's a
go.
lot of conversations you're not privy to.
He
There's a
didn't.
lot of
No,
training,
no.
and there's a lot of things we're doing.
You're manipulating words.
He says if Caden can't do it, then I might have to.
if being the operative word.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm saying like Damon's already in his mind thinking that he might have to be the one to do it. That's why it's coming up, and it's valid. It's on camera, dude. Like we heard his voice and we heard him say it. So like
Well, I was right there.
I will
Mention that.
point it out. Let's see. I said what I said because I still want my pound of blood from Kevin, and anyone in my position would.
He's right. He got screwed over.
Was that Kevin though, or was that the law office? You know, though, I have a question that's maybe veered a little bit different direction, but another issue that the Wake has had has been Anaya, and Anaya seems to kind of been trying to drive a wedge, and even coming to you and question you about brother, and how are you guys dealing with the Anaya situation?
Anaya's just doing what Anaya does. Like I give Anaya all the credit in the world because when Johnny and I first started learning how to wrestle and made the decision to become a tag team, that was something that like Anaya really supported because he was peak Howlett's, peak Left Coast Gorillas at that time, and he took us under his wing a bit and really showed me and Johnny a lot about the art of tag team wrestling. So I'm always grateful for that, and I'll never forget that. But when I see Anaya back now, I find it interesting because I think he's trying to find his place here. He was gone for a while, and Rocky Mountain Pro changed a lot. The dynamic of this place changed completely. It's a different set of guys on top nowadays. It's a completely different roster, And I think Anaya takes a look at us, some guys he used to know, some other guys he didn't know as well, and yeah, like why wouldn't you divide and conquer? We are successful. We're doing our thing. We won no man's land. We have bonded and we have done our thing. We prove what we're capable of. And I don't know that Anaya feels threatened per se, but he's definitely not going to let anybody. He's going to try and find his place to get his power. That's how I see it.
You can see the cracks slipping a little bit in the case of Anaya. I mean, obviously the mind manipulation that he's done with Johnny. And then just recently, a couple weeks ago, I mean, you saw Damon kind of get a little bent out of shape about Anaya. Do you think Anaya is actually having a huge effect on the Wake right now?
No, I think it's irritating, but I think at the end of the day, we can keep each other in check. I don't think he's going to be enough to really cause a rift between any of us. I really don't.
All right. Coastal, Lucas, do you have anything for Caden?
I think I've asked just about everything that needs to be said about the situations going on right now. I would think Coastal still maybe hasn't. Well, yeah,
I'm right here.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
I'm
you
back.
go.
Yeah, sorry.
Coastal, I know you want to get the last word on this about about this situation, especially with Marcio and Caden. So let you kind of finish this off.
The last word on the Marcio and Caden situation that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that Caden has it exactly right. Honestly, I think that he has something to get ready for. It's the most important thing that should be for anybody who is a singles competitor in this company is that Rocky Mountain Pro title. That's what he's laser focused on right now. And I 100% agree with what's been said that Marcio is either jealous that Caden has the opportunity or he's so mad at himself for not being there due to contracts or whatever that he is trying to come to terms with a ball that was dropped. There's nothing that I'm saying against his in-ring ability. We all know he's a monster. We all know he's dangerous. He's certainly angry. But at this point, he's got to understand he's not the one in line. And after Never Broken, as Caden said, after Caden, in my mind, wins that belt, we're going to have a hell of a match.
I think I'll just say here, and then I'll let Caden end off his segment with what he needs to say and what he needs to get off his chest before he signs off. As far as Marcio goes, it seems like he's not willing to wait around and just wait for somebody to hand it to him. I think he's just going to go out there and take it. And I think that's what he plans on doing. And if I'm anybody who is under his crosshairs right now, I would be a little bit more concerned, which is why Caden, obviously we have differences, but I would probably recommend that probably have a couple eyes in the back of your head as it pertains to Marcio, because it seems like he means some serious business. So that's just kind of what I'm going to say here on this situation. Caden, you have the floor for what you need to say, and then we'll wrap up this segment.
No, you're 100% right, Johnny. I'd be stupid to completely sleep on Marcio because he is talented, he is skilled. Like I've never taken anything away from his ability. I never will. So no, I like he's got a thing for me right now. It's something fierce. So be it. So be it. I stay ready, and I'll continue to stay ready. But that said, you're not my focus, Marcio, and you're not gonna be. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. I'm going to win this championship. That is priority number one. No matter what. Whatever happens after April 2nd, we can handle it then. I'll be happy to. But until then, it's all about Kevin Koa. Period. End of story. April 2nd, I will win that Rocky Mountain Pro Championship.
I think this comment right here just basically kind of backed up my previous statement.
Like I said, I stay ready. I'm focused on Koa, but there's nobody on that roster I'm afraid of.
All right. You heard it from your reigning NRW champ himself and number one contender to the Rocky Mountain Pro Championship and Never Broken. Caden, always a pleasure.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
You guys are more than welcome to be on the show. As much as I despise that statement, I will always let both sides tell their story and not let anybody kind of be canceled off of any platform that when they need to either rebuttal or just kind of prove a point. So you guys are always welcome to be on the show.
Much appreciated.
You guys know that. And yeah, we'll see you guys. I guess we'll see you at Never Broken.
Yeah, no doubt you will.
Mm-hmm.
So
good luck, training. Stay healthy.
All right, I appreciate it, boys. We'll go get back to this this prep.
All right, Ken.
Thanks, man.
All right.
All right. That was your reigning NRW champ. Your thoughts?
I mean, I thought it was a great interview. I thought he matched all the points Marcy was talking about. He had an answer for everything that Marcio brought up. And it's boiling, but I got to agree with Caden. He's got to be focused right now on Koa. And the one way I think that Marcio could not physically hurt Caden, but hurt him is if he distracted him enough that it cost Caden the opportunity. And then the other thing he said where he wasn't going to make it, Marcio, I wouldn't, if you're going to try and jump Caden, you got to remember, I wouldn't be worried about, if you jump Caden, whatever. Dude, Damon Ace broke into a dude's house. I wouldn't
Multiple
screw
dudes'
with
houses.
people. Yeah, I wouldn't screw with people that Damon actually, kind of likes. Like, yeah.
And let's not forget, there's the longest reigning Rocky Mountain Pro champion of all time. Also,
guys, I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you. This statement right here is why I think the wake will be no more soon.
Why?
What? Yeah,
please expound.
Because if Caden doesn't get the job done against Koa, right? Damon already said that he might have to do it. And he says that there's still blood to be had with Kevin Koa, even though Kevin Koa really didn't have a part in what happened during that match.
Okay.
And obviously you have Dustin Urich in the background. There will be a rift at some point. And it's going to be with Damon specifically, in my opinion.
So.
I think that's going to be the case.
No, it's different, John. You're thinking they're the same guys they were 2.5, 3 years ago. Caden even said it tonight.
They are still.
No. Caden said it tonight. They're different. They all have their own thing. They're just together to watch each other's backs and to like help each other get there. Like they're training together right now.
Play nice until it's time to strike.
You keep trying to sow these things, man. You're starting to sound like a Naya. And I know you're not a Naya.
Going based off of the past.
No, because, no. Like the past, people change, Johnny. People change.
Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot who I was talking to. Lucas, what do you think about that statement?
So I still have questions, but if we can sit here and say that Kevin Koa is not the same guy he was 8 months ago, then why can't that statement also be true for the Wake? I'm just saying. So if we're going to say that, we have to be, we got to be consistent with our message. I still have questions because I've seen Damon Ace still kind of do Damon Ace things, just maybe not as, maybe not as boisterous as he would have done it before, but he
and I don't believe that Damon Dustin thing is over. I don't believe that Damon Dustin thing's over. I'm sorry.
You can say what you want. I'm going to respond to Mr. Personality here. I really thought he'd be able to hear what I said, considering that I'm living in his head, apparently. He misconstrued my words. I never said that. I just said that if for some reason that Koyama doesn't win, which I only have to think the reason that would be is if some really big professional stuck his big jealous butt into things. That probably would be why.
Well,
but no.
I'm getting breaking news. Continue to talk.
Oh, the breaking news. Did Marcio call me fat again? That's not breaking news.
No,
that's recycled garbage.
No, this has to do with our show, by the way, sirs. Just continue to talk.
Hey, yeah, Coastal, okay. I do. So, Coastal, I got a question really quick.
Yeah,
so the whole thing is wasn't the part of the reason the Wake rejoined is to have each other's back, like in situations like this? So wouldn't that be kind of what was the whole point of them, is that, for a guy like Marcio who might try to interfere and do some backhanded things or try to get to the others, wouldn't that be the reason they would have each other's back? And maybe Damon would step in to make sure that Marcio didn't.
He probably would.
Interfere. Yeah.
No, he probably would. But
So I mean, isn't that what groups are supposed to do?
That's true. And hey, if what we're led to believe is that Marcio is still part of the law office, though I haven't seen him have any association with them in a long time, they would probably, I would assume they would have his back. So yeah, that could come into play. I'm just saying that I think if this match is true one-on-one, Koyama, Koa, it's going to be, in the words of Sheamus, it's going to be a banger. It's going to be amazing. And I personally think that this is Koyama's time. I think he has been arguably the best wrestler in Rocky Mountain Pro over the last year. Certainly quite up there. I think that we're going to see the culmination of this work of 2 years Koyama has put in after the injury to come back. I think he hoists that title at Never Broken. And then I cannot wait to see the war with Marcio Santos.
Hold on, keep talking and just confirming everything. We're 2 seconds away here.
Okay.
I agree with a lot of what you said, but I still have a hard time discounting what I've seen out of Kevin Koa, and I think that I have a hard time just writing him off.
I'm not writing him off, Lucas. I'm just saying I think that Koyama comes out on. I mean, I don't see it being very difficult.
I don't want to say. I think it's going to be one of the most competitive matchups we'll ever see in it.
Agreed.
For the Rocky Mountain Pro Championship. So it's a coin flip, if you ask me.
And you know what the great thing is, Lucas? I respect your opinion, and that absolutely could happen. See, look at that. People disagreed. There's no name calling, no mention of weird things. Like, that's called civility. So, we all had it once.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, we all had it once. Johnny, do you need more time?
Yes.
Marcio, why don't you call me fat one more time? That's not old yet. Give us something to talk about.
Hey, Sprouty really likes your Hartford Whalers hat. When I must agree, that thing is awesome.
Well, I mean, I'm a fan through and through, but come on, the Whale have a special place in anybody from New England's heart.
I love old NHL throwback like logos, like Quebec Nordiques, which is now the Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah.
You know, I really love the
I like the old Canucks logo, the weird like multicolored one with the C. That was cool.
Yes.
I like the original Mighty Ducks logo.
Yeah, the original.
I guess not the original. I consider the movies the original. I actually like Duck, not like the mask with the duck mask. I like the actual Duck. I was when the Ducks first came out, I was a big Ducks fan because Paul Kariya got drafted there, and Paul Kariya is the main guy. Maine's had a lot of good athletes.
Question for you, Lucas.
Yes, sir.
The Supercharged coming up. That's in Cheyenne, I believe.
It is correct? Cheyenne, Wyoming. Yeah, it will be aired. It will be aired the night before Never Broken on Wednesday. Okay. The 1st April.
Right. Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. So the breaking news that I have. Oh, actually, no, that doesn't make sense. Okay. So it would be next Sunday coming up.
Okay.
And we haven't done this in a while. I believe the last time we've had something like this was during the Damon Balaam milestone.
I know what we're doing.
Holy crap, you just got...
Yeah, your eyes just lit up. Yeah,
you just got glory hole. Yeah. You go find that glory hole, buddy.
I don't know what people look like in a glory hole. How do you guys know so much about this?
I know. Johnny, what is Marcio? Have you been hanging out with Marcio? Has he been taking you to weird places? You could tell us. It's okay.
I live 2,000 miles away. And I'm sure as hell ain't flying 2,000 miles for a glory hole. But I can confirm that next Sunday we are going to have normal recharge. But from what I understand, it looks like we are going to be having not one, but both Marcio Santos and Caden Koyama.
Wow. Are you going to be able to handle this, Johnny? I mean, because this could get really ugly. And
That's
you're
what
the
it's all
host.
about. That's what it's all about.
Well, you're the host. You got to keep control, though.
You said early that these shows are spicy. Right?
They are spicy,
Yeah.
but this could get a little, I mean, above that. I mean, this could be
The Carolina Reaper spicy.
Yeah, this could be like, that
this is ghost
menudo
pepper.
way down in southern Mexico spicy.
Hey. We make things happen over here.
Is it
All right.
spicier smell? Is it spicier than how Pumpkin Morgan smells? That's spicy.
That's pretty damn spicy.
That's spicy.
Yeah,
That makes your eyes water.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave that there. But that is coming up this upcoming Sunday. So we're gonna have Caden and Marcio both on. The 22nd.
The 22nd, Mr. Fourth Row.
The 22nd, a week from today. Because based on what I have, I believe that is what is planned. So, or what broke. So, it's going to be a very interesting show, to say the least. We're still going to go through episode 490. We're not getting rid of Recharge, obviously. That's still going to be our first segment. The rewind's kind of right now a little bit on the back burner with this whole Marcio Caden situation that's currently become a priority here on the show. So I believe tomorrow might be the last. I mean, not tomorrow. Next week will be the last time you won't have a rewind. I think we'll be back to part 2 on the Rocky Mountain rewind starting on the 29th, I think. But yeah. Big day next week.
Very big.
And that could change as well. As far as I know, it's going to be next Sunday. It could also be the following Sunday. Just stay tuned on the socials for updates on that. As of right now, it's looking like next week is going to be that show. If it's not going to be that show next week for whatever reason, it's going to be the following week, the 29th. So as of right now, we're penciled in for the 22nd, but let's say a rain date. Let's say it will be the 29th. All right. So, be a big night. Coastal's going to be in his element. Lucas is definitely going to be in his element. Lucas might actually be more of a middleman than I will be.
Yeah,
at that particular point.
I think I'm going to have to be the guy that kind of tries to call it down the line, because I know that your emotions are going to get the best of you.
I did pretty good tonight.
You did.
I did very good tonight.
I will give you credit, but I just have a feeling that when everything starts bubbling to the surface, that some, you might have to pick a side maybe. And I already know what side you're going to pick.
Hey, I had to make some corrections tonight to Caden. It was a contract situation where he wasn't at the NRW Classic.
That's true.
Yeah, the belt wasn't that important to him. Money was more important. We get that.
Well, sometimes, money's pretty damn important. I will say that.
All right.
Money talks.
Well, I understand that. Just don't make it to be about the belt when, you could have gone after it. You just chose money.
Are you back on the computer, Coastal?
I am, yeah.
How did you manage to pull that one off?
Lot of interesting go-arounds and routing and stuff. Yeah, I'm not joking. Like, I was working on the router.
And you got it to work?
Kind of. It's very pieced together.
Okay. I was wondering why you sounded a lot better and you didn't have your earbuds in.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
All right. Other than that, folks, we are actually right on the clock here. So it's a good show.
Absolutely.
Put a bow on this one. Again, folks, it's scheduled for the 22nd, but it could be pushed off to the 29th again. Some life stuff happens as well with these guys. These guys are not just pro wrestlers; they have families and all that stuff. So it could get pushed out to the 29th. But we're looking at, as of right now, the 22nd. Rain date will be the 29th. We will have this show regardless. So, we have one more comment before we leave. Just in time, baby. Just in time. Coastal trying to shame someone for not working for free. You're dumb AF.
And then
wait, let me finish. I know you
here we go. His
love
favorite
working.
thing.
Hold up. I know you love working these glory holes for free.
and
my time is. Can you let me finish a goddamn sentence? But my time is valuable. Now you can talk.
He seems to waste his valuable time thinking about a fat lardo who lives in Maine that he really can't stand. Man, I'm gonna have to buy new drapes for that condo in his brain. He's so busy thinking about me, he's not even gonna realize that like Koyama's gonna win, and then everything will be right. Marcio, you're a great in-ring competitor. You really are. The one thing, man, people know I'm fat. Like, and I'm not dumb as fuck, dude. I'm sorry. Like, I just understand that,
especially the one that misspelled hole, and especially I think he was talking about half a hole, not the whole, a glory hole.
Lucas, you literally have to see him every month. I don't know why you're trying to talk right now.
He made a grammar mistake earlier too that I tried to correct. I got yelled at, so I wasn't going to touch it. But I mean, at least at the University of Maine, I learned some grammar. A lot of smart people come from the University of Maine there, Marcio.
Yeah. You guys ever heard of autocorrect? It's a thing. It's a thing.
It's an option. Probably an option you have on your phone.
You also heard of proofreading?
No one proofreads text messages or anything like that because nobody gets
it. It's real hard to proofread when you're blinded by jealousy that you don't have a number one contendership.
Oh, here we go.
There you go, Sprouty. I gotta love Sprouty.
Absolutely.
Keeping it nice and light, keeping everything nice and light. Sprouty. We need more Sprouty in our lives.
100%. Everybody should have a friend like Sprouty. Okay.
I got to be honest. I don't know either. I believe it's a correction.
Yeah.
He corrected the wrong thing. We said he spelled whole wrong, not I'm.
No, it doesn't matter. Who cares? You're right, Johnny.
Okay.
No one cares anymore.
No one cares. It doesn't matter anymore.
Guys are nitpicking over the stupidest shit.
Oh, says the guy that nitpicks over every damn little thing I do.
Because yours is earned and it's always on video for us to enjoy, or for me to enjoy at least.
And you do enjoy it. Geez, do you enjoy it?
When you screw up, boy, do you screw up.
Yeah. I am pretty damn good at it. I got to give me credit on that.
You almost got yourself killed doing it a couple times.
Yeah.
Hey, life's not worth it. Life's not worth living if it's not dangerous.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ask Danger Dean.
It was. We didn't really get a talk about Dean.
No, we will. Right now. We're going to do it right now because he did make his in-ring. He made his in-ring debut on Ignition this past Tuesday. Lucas told you guys that you guys should be watching Ignition this past week. And he didn't disappoint. I got to give Lucas credit too. He was right. Didn't disappoint. And he went up against Damon Ace, the guy who he beat at, was it Aces Wild and Never Broken back in 2022 with the infamous victory roll. And by the way, he almost did it again on Ignition. He almost pulled off that same move.
Did Danger D not look like $1 million though? I mean, did he not look like he's in the best shape of maybe his entire career?
Oh, he's in great shape.
Absolutely.
He got better with age.
I'm glad to see him back. Yeah. I miss Dean.
So you'll be seeing Dean quite a bit.
Yeah. And of course, cease and desist got involved in the match at the end.
Oh yeah, let's stop the chop and maybe they can win some matches too.
They were on their way to winning this past week. Miscommunication happened.
They got stopped. Red means stop. Ask Cookie.
I mean, I can't really fault you there. That was a complete accident, obviously, but yeah, technically he did get stopped. So I will give you that one. But all right, folks, that is going to be it for us tonight. Another banger of a show and a bigger banger coming up in the next week or two. Lucas, what do we have on the docket?
Oh, we actually have a week off. Things are a little calm for the next couple weeks, but man, coming up in about 2 weeks, it's going to be basically full-blown pedal to the metal starting in April, guys. It's going to be nonstop. So get ready, buckle up.
All right. And Coastal, do you have any last words before we send this on our way? And by the way, can we get Lucas, you're able to do it.
Yeah, if I remember. Well, I thought aren't we just going back to the 24-hour stream or no?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I was not told whether or not we're raiding or we're just switching everything back over. Yaden's in chat right now. He can tell us that in about 2 seconds, hopefully. Are we going back to 24/7 mode or are we raiding out?
I'm just looking forward to next week's episode. That ought to be very good.
Here we go. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. I mean, you guys should be doing outdoor events now. You guys have literally had 60 freaking degree weather.
Yeah. And then we pick the one night where the wind decides that it's going to pick up like right at the end of the show. We start getting this wind and the cold all of a sudden, and then we get a snowstorm the very next day, which we haven't had all year. That's going to be 80 degrees next week.
Can't say on a live on YouTube, so one of my messages didn't send. That's where the iron came from. Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know there was an auto mod on YouTube. All right. Well, that's new to me. You will look at that.
That's good research and development right there by Marcio.
Well, he was trying to say something. It's not his fault that it got auto modded.
No, I'm saying it. You know what? It was actually very useful. Now we know there's an Autobot. Good for you, bud. That's how to contribute.
God, dude.
Now you're just being facetious. Even I understand that.
Are you coming to Milestone this year?
Probably. Depends if we have the money, family first and all.
Oh, so money is important.
Money's very important, Little Coastal's got to eat.
Yeah.
And...
Yeah. So money. Yeah. So I guess it's not such a bad thing that Marcio, decided money was more important.
Oh, no, listen, no, you guys got it wrong.
Yeah, now it's catching on.
No, hold on. No. Johnny, what are you laughing about? You seem like you got me in an aha moment. It's no aha moment here. Marcio he can want all the money he wants. He's entitled to all the money he wants. Don't go around complaining you don't have a title shot when the time you could have had a title shot, you chose you wanted money over going after that title shot.
That's a good point.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying don't work for free, Marcio. That's fool man thing. Like, even I agree, don't work for free, but don't complain you don't have something because you made a conscious decision to choose one thing over the other. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, nobody should work for free, but don't bitch about things that you had a choice over.
All right. See, I think we're good there. All right. That's wrapping up, folks. It looks like we're going back to 24/7 mode from the looks of it. So we are actually just going to sign off, which is so much easier than trying to find and wiggle our way through trying to find a goddamn fucking someone to raid. So, we will see you guys next week. Again, pay attention to the socials, whether or not we are still going to be on for the 22nd or the 29th. As of right now, it's next Sunday, but it could change. So just make sure you pay attention to RMP socials. Make sure you check out Rocky Mountain Pro Charge every Wednesday starting at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. That's 9 p.m. over on the East Coast of the country. As always, and if you're watching everywhere else around the world or the country that you're not in those time zones, figure it out, do the math. I'm not here to do it for you. And yeah, we will see you guys next week. For myself, Johnny Deathdrop, Lucas Bradwell, and the Coastal Crusader. We'll see you guys next week. As always, folks, stay safe, stay classy. See you on the next one. Take care, folks. Enjoy the 24/7 streams on all platforms as well. Take a look back at recent years.